All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Good Enough Mom podcast. I'm Natasha. I don't introduce myself every single time, which is crazy. I don't know why I don't do it. But I am a mom of three. My oldest is 14. I have been a cousin, an auntie, and all those responsible positions like since I was like 11. So I have done Sunday school teaching. So I think I have a pretty good handle on kids. But the most important thing I feel that qualifies me is really just that I'm telling you about things that happen to me in my regular life. Trying to be a good mom, trying to be amazing, feeling bad when I fail my kids, those kind of things. And that's why I really started this podcast, just because I was like, I'm not the only one who feels that way. I know that because I'm in a few Facebook mom groups. And sometimes I'm like, this lady is just way too hard on herself. Like someone who posts something, I'm like, why is this mom so hard on themselves? And then I remember to moments when I was saying the same thing about me. And so that's why I want us to learn how to be good enough moms so we are not stressing about being perfect. And if you watch all these episodes, my hope is that you do get to that point where you're in your prime as a mom. So today, what are we going to talk about? I forgot because I have to always put my notes in. Oh, this is a fun episode. I like doing these fun episodes all the time, some like once in a while. So this episode is like, are you a cool mom? So it's really not about us today in this episode. It's about our how we present and how we look to our kids and their friends. And it's like, why is it important to be a cool mom? Or is it even important to be a cool mom? My personal feeling, again, this is not medical advice I'm giving you or like any serious advice. This is just me giving you my suggestions and things that work for me, and you can take what you want or leave what you don't want. Anyway, so my thing, I always think it's kind of important to be a cool mom because you want your kids to be able to come to you when they're in trouble. You want to be able to know what's happening in their life. There are people who have kids, bless their heart, who come to their parents and just open up. When you ask them, how was your day? You get a full story. Oh, this happened. Can you believe this and this? And I don't know if you guys have watched Ginny and Georgia on Netflix, but she has that kind of relationship with Ginny, that Ginny will go to her mom when she has problems and stuff. But that's not really the standard for a lot of moms. That's not really what we go through. Many of us have kids who don't talk to us, not because we're bad, but they don't talk much. That's why it's important to be a cool mom, because if you're a cool mom, the biggest hack is your kid is going to have their friends over. When your kids' friends come over, you're going to learn more about your child. So, like in the car is the best example because no matter what, they always forget you're in the car listening. So you don't even have to like actually eavesdrop. If you're just in the car quiet and not talking, trying to fill up this silence with questions. How was school? How was this? How's this? But you're just driving. They'll eventually start talking and they'll start talking. And then you'll see your kid looking completely different. You'll see them how they react, how they relate to their peers. And sometimes you'll find your kid is actually super friendly or your kid is talking a lot more than they talk to you. And you come to learn about what they're going through by maybe what their friends make fun of them for, or what their friends tell them about someone else. You start to understand some of the things your kid is going through, especially teenagers. So that's really important. Another thing with being a cool mom when your kids are younger is you get to see if your child is the problem. So if you have a child who's having a hard time sharing, doing stuff like that, if you're cool and their friends are over, you're going to see how they relate to their friends. And, they're going to be like, you didn't even share last time. You never share. You never do this. And you'll be like, oh, okay. So this is what my kids is about. You start to know. So that's part of why we want to know if we're cool moms. So a few ways to know if you're a cool mom. The most important one is through your kids' friends that I've mentioned why they're important. But do your kids' friends come to you? To your house at least? Do they, if they see you at a game, let's say your kid is at a game, or if they see you at school, do they cross to come and say hello or go out of their way to wave at you and acknowledge you? That's a sign. Sometimes they don't do that just because as teenagers, or maybe they were raised poorly and they're not respectful. But if no friend of your child ever goes out of their way to say hello to you, you are not cool. All right. So another thing is to know if you're a cool mom is how do the parents of your kids' friends relate to you? So if you have an issue, maybe your kid went somewhere and they got injured, are those parents just able to come and be like, "Hey, this happened and we're sorry," or or do they want to come over and drop your kid? If your kid went to a play date with them, when they come, how are they? Like, are they walking to the door and saying hello? Are they like dropping the kid and acting like, "Oh my God, I'm so much in a hurry," and things like that? So you'll know if you have an event like a birthday or something, are there some parents who hang around or everybody drops off their kid and leaves? These are some of the things that will let you know if you're cool. Another way to know if you're cool is if you have another mom friend, ask them. You have to have honest friends though. And if you're not cool, your honest friends will be afraid to tell you the truth. So you need to be chill. So, and then you'll see whether you're cool or not. On the other hand, you don't want to be too cool because you don't want your kids thinking you guys are friends. You have a hierarchy, and your word is guidance for them. So they have to be able to like listen to you. So if you're too cool, you'll see that you'll tell your kids things and they'll just like brush them off, or they'll be talking back, or things like that. That's what tells you like, you know what, you are too cool and you need to kind of rein that in a little bit. All right, find out if you're cool or not and let me know in the comments. So that's it. I forgot I was going to start a new ending for my podcast and now I can't remember what it was. It was something like don't be great. Don't be great. Just be a good mom. And then live a great life. All right.